The end of December 2018 has been very significant from India's strategic considerations. This has largely been because of the northeastern part of the country had been closer together to India now than ever. So, Bogibeel finally opened. The Bogibeel across Brahmaputra opening was first demanded in 1977. India's longest railroad bridge was born on a small piece of a paper, a scribbled note in Parliament after a dramatic display of anger some 22 years back. The bridge has been 3 decades in the making. The proposal dates back to the Summer Accord of 1985. It was approved by the Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs in 1997. The foundation stone was laid that year by the then PM S.T. Devegowda, and the construction was inaugurated in 2002 by the then later PM Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Work on the substructure began in 2008. The superstructure contract was awarded to HSCC along with GST and VNR in 2011. The project ultimately that was sanctioned that costed 5,920 crores. The 4.94 kilometer Bogibeel Bridge, the fourth bridge across the river Brahmaputra, was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, was one of the 8 spans pursued in 1973 to ease the pressure on the 4,528 feet Saraighat Bridge on the western edge of Guwahati. The Bogibeel Bridge has a lot of significance. The significance of the bridge not just in terms of distance it covers across the Brahmaputra, but also in the train travel time it reduces along the banks of the river. The road bridge has a 3-lane road on top and 2 railway tracks below. India's longest road bridge is 4 kilometers. As a railway bridge, the Bogibeel Bridge upstages the 4.62 kilometer Vimbanan Bridge between Edapalli and Vellapadam in Kochi, Kerala, as well as the 4.55 kilometer Digha Sonpur across Ganga in Bihar near Patna. The former is a rail bridge across the Vimbanad Lake, and the latter, that is the Patna Bridge, is the road like the Bogibeel Bridge. It is India's first fully welded bridge, meaning it has no joints. Third feature is that 80,000 tons of steel plates delivered for the project via a combination of rail and road transportation. The fourth has been that this bridge has been of a very high quality because the European welding standards were adhered to for the first time in India. All in all, to sum it up, the features of it, its length is 4.94 kilometers, the cost of making is 5,900 crores, building time 21 years, and has a lifespan of 120 years. How is it that Bogibeel is going to be impacting the lives of the people in India, particularly in the northeastern part of the country? The Bogibeel Bridge inside Assam is 20 kilometers from the border with Arunachal Pradesh. It connects Dibrugarh on the Brahmaputra south bank to Dhemji on the north bank. While railway lines run along both banks, that is, a train crossing of the Brahmaputra was possible at only 2 places so far. Both these rail-cum-road options in Jogipura in western Assam and the outskirts of Guwahati Saraighat Bridge are hundreds of kilometers from the Assam-Arunachal border, and both bring trains from the north bank into Guwahati on the south. The Bogibeel Bridge provides the alternative in the east. The bridge provides direct connectivity from Dibrugarh to Itanagar, that is Nahardugan. The road distance from Dibrugarh, third largest city in northeast, that is Itanagar, capital of Arunachal Pradesh, will be reduced by 150 kilometers, and the rail distance between the two places will be shortened by, can you imagine, 750 kilometers. Within the northeast, moreover, as we are going to say, within the northeast, train journey between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh now reduces from 500 km to 100 km. and reduce Delhi to Dibrugarh train travel time about 3 hours to 34 hours against 37 hours presently. And the best part of it will be, it will go on to reduce the travel time from Assam to Arunachal Pradesh to 4 hours and cut out the detour of more than 170 kilometers via Tinsukia. That has been the shortening of the train journey and the journey. The Bogibeel Bridge is also going to be aiding a big boost to the defense forces. One is that this boosts the defense forces by facilitating quicker movement of troops and equipment to areas near the Indo-China border. It also benefits tourists, trade goods, and those seeking medical treatment. The second is, it is set to play a crucial role in the defense movement along the Indo-China border in Arunachal. The third is, travel time to the farthest point of India's border with China will be shortened by several hundred kilometers. Now, Dibrugarh, considered a gateway to parts of Arunachal Pradesh, is home to Assam Medical College. For patients on the north bank, the only crossing into Dibrugarh was by ferry. Now, that could take a couple of hours, as trains can now cross the bridge in almost 5 minutes of time. What can go on to expect out of it? This has been so. Two of these bridges, one has been the one that has been named after Hazarika, and this one, and the one that is going to be coming up, that is 19.4 kilometers long. That will go on to add a long way. It will go on to go a long way in integrating the whole of the northeastern India with themselves as well as with the whole of the country. The country is getting securer vis-a-vis China with the opening of these two bridges.